Look, I feel like you and I have had this conversation before because every time we come to discuss an Israeli election, and there have been quite a few of them in recent years, I try to explain why Benjamin Netanyahu, or Bibi as his supporters call him, might actually remain in power, even though much of the Western media likes to demonize him as a far-right bogeyman. The main reason, in short, is he simply isn't that, and many Israelis have been impressed by his leadership. Of course, some aren't. COVID-19 has been an interesting test for him, as I suppose it has been for leaders all around the world. Israel started with incredibly impressive results at containing the spread of the virus, but then went on to lift its lockdown far too quickly, and it saw disastrous results. And now it's doing impressively well again with its vaccination programme. Britain's doing very impressively too with its programme. Israel has vaccinated far more of its population than any other country in the world. Sure, it has a relatively small population, but nonetheless, it's acted swiftly and in a very organised way to achieve that. And yes, Netanyahu will be hoping voters remember that when they vote in March. Israel might not have wanted another election, but perhaps the timing of this one has at least helped accelerate that vaccine programme. And in this instance, that's a wonderful unexpected side effect, but not of the vaccine, of the democratic process. He's been at the airport welcoming every batch of vaccines in for the cameras, so he's definitely making hay while the sun shines in that regard. But I do remember that more broadly speaking, when he came here in 2018 to the United Kingdom, he gave, one of these stump speeches at every public event he did. And being in the press pack that followed him, I remember one of the things he specifically talked about was the large amount of investment Israel was making under him into digitalizing its health records through the system they have there of social health, but run by different health organizations which compete with each other. So it has the benefits of a private system with, of course, the free at the point of delivery that people need for a social health care system. And by digitalizing it, he made it possible to get all these vaccines because Pfizer and the other vaccine developers have been delighted to get the data in real time.